Hey friends, it's story time. So let me tell you about the time and the way that I discovered I had a dairy intolerance. So several years ago, I discovered that I had a dairy intolerance. Now let me just tell you how devastating it was to discover this intolerance. I was a very big milkshake aficionado. Okay, I have my favorites. Okay, there's a particular strawberry milkshake and a peach milkshake that are my complete downfall. And so I had been having some uncomfortable digestive issues when I would, drink milkshakes, but nothing I couldn't handle. And it had begun to get more severe, right? More painful, I should say, more painful. And there was this one day I went and I got a large strawberry milkshake. I literally downed it before I got back to the house, which was like 10 minutes away. And everything was fine. Everything was good. Everything was good. But when I tell you, Dairy's revenge creeped up on me at like 2 in the morning. And I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die digesting this milkshake. And the crazy thing is I had taken, and this is so bad, and do not do this, do not do this, do not do this. I would take Benadryl before I would take a drink a milkshake because I knew that I was going to experience like super duper uncomfortable digestion. So this had been kind of like ongoing. This milkshake was like it. This was the topper for me. And I had broken out in this horrible rash. Okay, broken out. It's horrible. It was like prickly heat. So I had these little red bumps. They were very itchy. They were very hot. And then when I tell you, and then it went away. Like that was like the first thing. Like shortly after, itchy, and then it just went away. But when I tell you at 2 o'clock in the morning, that milkshake came back to get me, to haunt me. It was the worst experience ever. I mean, it was the worst experience ever. I thought that I was going to just drop off my whole intestines in the restroom. Like it was terrible. And from that point, I had decided that yes, I do have a dairy intolerance and I need to lay off the milkshakes. So for context, I had gone and had an allergy test done to determine if I had allergies. There were certain foods I would eat and I would just break out in this rash. Again, it was like heat rash, and so I would avoid those things. But an allergy blood test and skin test both determined that I was not allergic. But so I was especially interested in milk, and I wasn't allergic. So it was official. I have an intolerance. My body, I won't die. I will not die. It is not life threatening. Um, However, it is extremely uncomfortable. And that is how I can determine the difference between a food intolerance and food allergy. And in my case, maybe because I had the rash and the digestive trouble, perhaps it would be deemed a sensitivity. But do not take allergy meds so that you can eat specific foods, because the biggest thing, and this is something to be mindful of, is that we cannot predict our allergic reactions. We cannot predict them. So because we can't predict our allergic reactions, it is best to avoid foods. And I did the right things. I followed the right channels in terms of having an allergy test done with a certified allergist. I was not self-diagnosing at home. So I did at least get that test done. And then, of course, having the skin test done, both came back as, being negative for milk. However, when you're having exposure to foods, that is kind of also an indicator. So although it may not be allergic, definitely am not tolerant. Be mindful of your intolerances and avoid them so you too don't have dairy's revenge creeping up on you at 2 in the morning.